Farmers are paid for delivering, X tons of grain and yield. But I think the key thing for the future is that they need to be delivering the nutrient content that we need and animals need as well. And that's a huge issue, in this country and across the world. And it was really discovered using our archive and then confirmed in other parts of the world that with modern varieties, we're selecting really just for pumping up the grain and getting high yield, but without the essential nutrients that we need. So the Rothamsted Sample Archive was started by our founder, and there are 175 years worth of samples there, mainly from long-term experiments here, but also some others from around the country and even from around the world. And it contains about 300,000 samples of soils and plant materials of different types, of fertilizers and manures and some other strange things like blood and things like that. And those samples, we know where they come from and we know their date. And in a lot of cases, because we have an electronic database with them, we know a lot of other details about the treatments, the fertilizers that were used and so on. And so putting that together with the actual samples and the data behind them, you can take out a long range of samples, 170 odd years now, and you can find out what's happening, for example, to any nutrient that you're talking about, or what's happening to the carbon in the soil, what's happening to the pH in the soil, all these things that actually affect the way the crop is going to grow and what the food is going to contain and how many nutrients. People's bellies can be full, but there may be so few nutrients in there, it's mainly actually carbohydrate. But in some ways they can actually be overeating carbohydrate and sugar and that sort of thing, but not all a long list of essential nutrients that they need. And so it is a hidden hunger if they then develop problems related to iron, zinc, selenium and other deficiencies. So what I'm particularly interested in are what are called micronutrients, essential nutrients which are present at quite low quantities. So things like really selenium, zinc, iodine, iron is another one, copper and manganese, there are many others. And nearly all of these are essential. In other words, there are enzymes that need them in the body. And there are all sorts of other effects. Zinc has an effect on brain development, and the lack of zinc causes diarrhea in severe cases. There are so many effects of these things that you can actually use those then as the linking information between our soil, crop and diet and the health of the population. We call those biomarkers in the population. And then on the local basis, we're taking the soils and the crops and the diet and analysing that, and then linking all the way through and saying, well, okay, which one is missing? Because there are a lot of them. And what can we do about it? That's a really important thing. I'd like to see that what people are growing and therefore what they're consuming is actually good for you and it fulfills your dietary requirements. Really kind of automatically, people don't have to think about, well, I should have a bit more zinc or a bit more selenium or something else. They actually, they get it from the diet which is available to them. And of course, in different parts of the world, it's different things. It could be mainly maize-based in a particular country. And that maize at the moment is very low in nutrients. And to actually fix that through soil and crop means would be my wildest dream, so that people actually get the required amount and kids grow and they learn in the way that they should and they're able to work to their full potential. So I think it's really a fascinating time to try and make that link right the way across from the soil to the diet and to the people.